A cheerful morning I bid to Miss Kathy and all of my fellow friends who are watching this video. Today, my group and I will be presenting an informative speech about a supernatural theme. Halloween is just around the corner, so to celebrate it, we have made a presentation about a Halloween decoration, Teru Teru Bozu. As you can see, this cute little doll here is called a Teru Teru Bozu, which directly translates as shiny bald monk. Well, you must be wondering, what does this adorable little doll has to do with a shiny monk? A shiny bald monk, excuse me. Let's find out. First and foremost, Teru Teru Bozu is considered to be a superstition or a myth in Japan. Teru Teru Bozu is basically a weather doll that Japanese people hang on the windowsill or eaves of their house. This doll is usually made out of paper, tissue, or a white cloth.
Nowadays, if the sun is shining the day after the doll is hung, a face will be drawn on the doll to indicate that you are showing gratitude towards having good weather. But traditionally, if good weather arrives, sacred sake or Japanese rice wine will be poured onto the doll and the doll will be released into the river. But if the sun does not shine the next day, the doll will be discarded.
For the third picture, the Teru Bozu look weird, right? Do you want to know why? This is because if the doll is hung upside down, it is to wish for rainy or snowy days. However, if the doll is hung sideways, it is to bring cloudy days. There is also a nursery rhyme that children sing about the Teru Bozu. It threatens the Teru Bozu if it does not bring good weather, they will snip off their head. But if they bring good weather, they will give you a golden bell and drink a lot of sweet sake. The traditional nursery rhyme was released in 1921. So the rhyme is almost 100 years old already. Amazing, right?
The first rumor of the doll's origins is the Hiyoribo weather monk. Toriyama Seiken, a Japanese poet, said that the weather doll originated from this monk. It is a Japanese spirit, or better known as yokai in Japanese folklore. The spirit originated from the mountains of Hitachi no Kuni, an old province in Japan. In the folklore, it is said that it remains hidden on rainy days and days with bad weather, and it calls forth the sun to bring good weather. It is also said that when children pray for good weather to the Teru Teru Bozu, they're actually praying to this yokai.
For the second rumor, it is about the broom carrying girl. Why it doesn't look like a ghost? The rumor said that during heavy rain season, a voice from the heaven warned the people that their village will submerge if a certain young beautiful girl did not appear outside. So, to save the people and the village, a girl was sacrificed and she was sent outside with a broom to symbolize she was head to the heaven and sweep the rain clouds from the sky. Because of this girl's bravery, who brought the clear skies, young ladies would recreate her figure in paper cutouts, and the figures were then hung outside to bring sunshine in times of rain. This girl is also known as So Chin Yan, that means sweeping fine weather girl, and it also eventually became the Teru Bozu in Japan we see today. And the fun fact about Teru Bozu is the smile face on the doll symbolized that they were hoping for a fine, bright weather.
Okay, remember what I said earlier about the shiny bald monk? Let me explain. This Teru Teru Bozu doll actually has a pretty dark story to it. During the ancient times in Japan, the country was known for its agriculture, so they would pray for the rain. To be precise, Japanese monks would pray for the rain. One Japanese monk was sent to a feudal lord to promise rain, but unfortunately he failed. As a punishment, his head was chopped off and hung, wrapped in cloth, and to wish for good weather. In other words, this doll symbolizes the detached monk's head wrapped in cloth.
If you guys want to know more about Terrible Zoo, this is the references that we gained from the internet and Google. So if you want to know more about it, you can just search it from this link.
The first rumor, which is known as the Hiyo River Were the Monk, is one of the least popular rumors, and it is said to originate from the Ibaraki Prefecture, which is also known as the Hitachi no Kuni Prefecture. And it is said that when children pray to these dolls, they are actually praying to this spirit or yokai in Japanese folklore.
For the second rumor, the conclusion is the young girl that was sacrificed for the village make the Japanese remember her bravery until now. And thanks to this girl, the village was saved from being submerged. We as a human being nowadays should help each other and we should not force someone to do bad things. We also have to appreciate everyone because they all mean something to us.
Putting everything in a nutshell, out of all these three rumors just now, the most likely rumor of this Teru Bozu doll would be the rumor of the beheaded bald monk. This is because the head of the doll is bald, just like the monk. And the children's nursery rhyme where they threaten to snip off the doll's head is just like the story of the bald monk.
Okay, that is all from our group. I hope you guys gain more knowledge about Terrible Zoo and find this topic is interesting. Thank you.